through the drive-thru, place your order, be on your way. Service the old-fashioned way at Wendy's in Mount Vernon on 606-256-5611.
I'm going to forego my intro.
Get ready for the Chicks and Hits radio show on WRDK, starring me, Jacqueline,
and me, Debbie. We're playing some of your favorite music from yesterday and today.
plus plenty of special guests, entertaining news, and of course, our dazzling personalities.
Listen to Chicks and Hits each Tuesday night from 6 to 8.
Be sure to tune in.
Once upon a time, there was a place where a day wasn't complete without a trip to fetch a bucket of the cool water from the local spring that was tucked in the mountainside and shaded by the oaks, maples, and pines. As sure as the sun rose each morning and painted the sky a masterpiece, the water always found its way of falling down the side of the mountain every day to meet the eager community below. Well, you can get that same type of refreshing cool water by purchasing Climax Mountain Spring Water. You can have it delivered to your home or office by simply calling 1-866-825-9760. That's 1-866-825-9760. And it's brought to you by King Bottling Incorporated. You can get it in bottles, gallons, and coolers. That's Climax Mountain Spring Water. Taste the difference.
Hi, this is Hal Holbrook Jr., Rockcastle County Judge Executive. Now that school season is here and the children are outdoor more often, and they are likely to be in a hurry. Use extra caution around our schools and residential areas and stop for the buses' flashing lights. Drive as though your life depends upon it. A child's life often does. This message is from Hal Holbrook Jr., Rockcastle County Judge Executive.
Rockcastle County Rockets football this Saturday afternoon. Pre-game show at 3:30 and the kickoff at 4 p.m. between the Rockcastle County Rockets and the Casey County Rebels at the Fork Bank Bowl. Live from Campbellsville, Kentucky. Jason Koger and Chris Bishop with the play-by-play. Rockcastle County Rockets football is brought to you this season by Citizens Bank, Wendy's, KFC in Mount Vernon, Marathon, Gibbons Trucking, Rockcastle Regional, Community Trust Bank, Mount Vernon Drug, Citizens Insurance, Rockcastle County Attorney Jeremy Rao, Eastern Kentucky Recycling, and Rockcastle Professional Pharmacy. Rocket football this Saturday, pregame at 3:30, kickoff at 4 p.m. Hear it on WRBK, Super Sports, AM 1460, 97.7 FM, and online at WRBK1460.com.
And Kentucky South Central Pools.
Alrighty, get ready to take off here on Country Charlie's Pick. It's noon, and we do have our guests lined up here, ready to go. Been sharing a lot of conversation with Stephen Haste.
Yes, sir.
Stephen Haste. Where you come from, Stephen?
Live in Casey County, Kentucky.
In Casey County. We've been getting some Casey. You got a lot of pickers and grinners
We
over
do.
there, don't
Seems
you?
like we do now, for sure.
Yeah. And what do you attribute that to?
I don't know for sure. I guess just coming from that area, there's a lot of people, a lot of my family picks, and you know, a lot more people in that area do too.
So now you've been in the music business for a while. But
I've played a lot of music.
We're going to talk later about what he's really in. but your family, that wasn't your band. You just were a part of the family, and all of you picked.
That's right. Yeah. Well, when I was young, me and my cousins and my uncle and my dad, we had a bluegrass gospel group and played in a lot of churches when I was young. Started out playing when I was 12 and did that till I got old enough to leave home, and then kind of went on the road playing some bluegrass music. So.
And now you're back to the gospel.
Back home to gospel. Yep.
Back home to gospel. And you had a reason really that got you back into that, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Had a bad accident back in 2017, and that kind of turned things around. So the Lord's good.
The Lord is good all the time.
Amen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's go ahead and kick things off with a song or two here, and we'll talk about some other things along the way.
All righty.
All right.
I'm going to do a song first called The Lowest Valley. Lord, I don't want to do one thing on my own. Put me where you want me, Lord, where I belong. Give me the strength, Lord, to do thy perfect will. When I'm in the lowest valley, I can climb the highest hill. Lord, I want to be what you want me to be. Lord, I want to do the things you want me to do. Lord, help me stay in the center of thy will. When I'm in the lowest valley, I can climb the highest hill. This old world gets more wicked every day. People's hearts, they've grown so cold, forgotten how to pray. If I live to be 100, I'll keep holding to your hand until you come and take me home to that promised land. Lord, I want to be what you want me to be. Lord, I want to do the things you want me to do. Lord, help me stay in the center of thy will. When I'm in the lowest valley, I can climb the highest hill. When I'm in the lowest valley, I can climb the highest hill.
Good job, Stephen.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. You know, gospel music. We have that's one of the things that I enjoy, singing gospel music. And our church. Do you have a steady church you attend to?
Well, I go to several different churches. We sing in a lot of churches, so I go to different churches. Yeah.
I've got a ministry,
That's
if you
right,
will,
yes.
of singing. And the reason I said that, at our church, we're working on 2 churches coming together, sing together,
Oh, that's good.
and we're not practicing together. So, a little stressed about that. But I really enjoy gospel music, and it's something that I think our listeners out there really enjoy a lot. Do you have any favorites that you like to do?
Favorite songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Sure do.
Let's do one of your favorites.
This one here is a song that came to me a long time ago. It was written by a good friend of mine I used to be in a band with named Steve Wilson, lives in Somerset. He wrote this song, and it really touched me a long time ago when I was a young boy. I'll sing that one for you. So many ask, what must I do to ever reach heaven? It's not by works. Will you ever get there? You can't buy your way to the gates of glory. So if you want to get there from here, you'll have to go by a place called Mount Calvary. Kneel at the foot of the old rugged cross. Be washed in his blood. Be whiter than snow. Oh, if you want to get there from here. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth and the light. If you'll follow, I'll lead you from darkness to light. Well, narrow's the way that'll lead you up there. So if you want to get there from here, You'll have to go by a place called Mount Calvary. Kneel at the foot of the old rugged cross. Be washed in His blood. Be whiter than snow. Oh, if you want to get there from here, you'll have to go by a place called Mount Calvary. Kneel at the foot of the old rugged cross. Be washed in His blood. Be whiter than snow. Oh, if you want to get there from here. Oh, if you want to get there from here.
Stephen Haste. Stephen, you know, as we were talking earlier, Stephen and I were sitting back there at my desk, and I would never have ever guessed what Stephen does. Now, the first part of it I would have guessed. You look like a car salesman.
I see. I used to be one for many moons.
You were a car salesman
I was.
in the Somerset Market there.
That's right.
And then you found out one day that you had something else that was better than selling cars, and that's what really I went, wow. What do you do for your living?
We sell and train mules and draft horses, mainly draft and work horses and draft mules.
Okay.
Some riding mules, but mainly work stock.
And of all the occupations, you know, I've always heard that old thing about mules being stubborn.
They are sometimes.
and you and what, your father, or who's helping you with this?
Well, mainly the people that help me. I got a bunch of Amish friends that work with me and help me, and got some friends that are Amish that's been my friends for a long time, and we work together mainly.
Wow, well, that's great.
And my wife, she helps a lot. I couldn't do it without her. But
absolutely. Behind every good man's a good woman.
she
Right?
keeps me in line. Anyway.
and what was really shocking, even more shocking, the fact when he said that that he left the market and did good, you know, in his car sales, but he found out that selling mules were even better. And just tell me, what would be a common price for, say, a mule that you would have ready to go?
Well, it depends on the mule. You know, a lot of really good trained riding mules, you know, we sell a lot of mules. We went out to Salmon, Idaho to a sale back in April and had a really good time out there. We took 3 mules out there to a select sale. They sold 65 mules, and I think the top mule was around 50,000. You know, the average of all the mules was in the, you know, high 20s.
Wow, that's like buying a car.
Yeah. Well, it takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of money to get one that good too.
I guarantee.
A lot of sweat and a lot of tears.
I guarantee it. Now, the horses are not quite as cantankerous, but mules can be, can't they?
Oh yeah, they can be. Said it takes a mule to train a mule, though. So you got to be stubborn like that mule, I guess.
Very well said there.
I just love the mules because, you know, it goes back to a lot of history of Kentucky. You know, a lot of old farmers farm with mules, and I've always loved them. It's just something I love to do.
I'm going to take a real quick break here, and you be thinking about the next song that you want to do here.
Alrighty.
All right.
We can do that.
Community Trust Bank reminds drivers to be alert this school season. Be more attentive in the morning hours. Watch out for the students who may be running late and not watching out for the traffic. They sometimes hurry through red lights or stop signs without looking. A moment of caution can prevent a lifetime of tragedy. This reminder is from Community Trust Bank. We're another concerned and involved area business concerned about the safety and welfare of the children in our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you love bluegrass gospel music, WRBK has the show for you. Hello, this is Kevin Roberts, inviting you to listen every Saturday for the Scrap Time Bluegrass Gospel Show. It's brought to you by Eastern Kentucky Recycling, the Mount Vernon and Crab Orchard locations. If you enjoy artists such as Daley and Vincent, the Stanley Brothers, Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers, Flat and Scrubs, James King, and many other artists like these, the Scrap Time Bluegrass Gospel Show is for you. During the program, you'll be able to call in your favorite song request. The Scrap Time Bluegrass Gospel Show on WRVK AM 1460, 97.7 FM, and online at WRVK1460.com. Scrap Time Bluegrass Gospel Show at a special time this Saturday at noon.
Chatter That Matters, informative programming that will be aired live every Wednesday of each month on WRVK at 6 p.m. and rebroadcast the following day at 10 a.m. Chatter That Matters, an educational and informative program for the citizens of Rockcastle County to be better informed.
Back with Country Charlie's Pickens here on WRVK. Young man that comes in today. I can't say he's a mule skinner, but I can say he's a mule trainer. And that's a different occupation. It certainly is. Having grown up on a farm, I don't think we ever had to break one, but we had one a horse that his name was Tony, and he probably needed you. You probably could have helped him a lot. Well, what was that favorite song? Now, I told you to be thinking about something that you'd like to.
I'm gonna do this one here for you. It's called I'm not sure the name of it, but I know the words to it, so I can sing it.
That's real good.
I don't understand the reason for this trial. Many burdens, this dark valley I walk through. I can't comprehend right now what God is doing. But all I know is I can't make it, Lord, without you. And all I know, I can't make it, Lord, without you. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do. And perhaps it's just a mystery unfolding. And all I know is I can't make it, Lord, without you. I'll go on pretend that I have all the answers. Lord, I'm weary and I need my strength renewed. But if you'll hold my hand right now, that's all that matters. 'Cause all I know is I can't make it, Lord, without you. And all I know is I can't make it, Lord, without you. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do. And perhaps it's just all a mystery unfolding. And all I know is I can't make it, Lord, without you. And all I know is I can't make it, Lord, without you.
Very true song. Oh no, Lord, I can't make it without you. That's a good one right there. I'm sitting here thinking Phyllis Blackbird probably knows the title to that. She's listening right now.
I'd say the name is I Can't Make It Without You.
I think it is too. That's what I'm thinking.
Old song I knew since I was little. So
Yeah,
just
exactly.
know the words to it.
Exactly. It's good. Now, you sing in lots of churches around
We
the
do, yeah.
region.
Yep. Anywhere we can get out and spread the gospel, go to church and sing.
And
Be
you
happy to
mentioned
go.
you mentioned a group that we had last week. I guess you probably played around or at least seen
I've
them.
never actually met them.
Oh, so
Just
so,
seen
so
them
you're
online.
your
and
church
stuff.
where you're
They're
going.
going to be at my parents' church, Jacksonville Baptist Church, over at Science Hill, Kentucky.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
boy, I tell you, they're in for a treat for those young
They
fellas.
are. They sure
The
are.
Spencer boys.
Talk about family harmony, where they got it.
Yeah, thinking about that, I don't know if any of your family and you harmonize or not, but family harmony, there's something about the brother, sister,
Yeah.
brother, harmony.
Me and my dad harmonize and sing together, then me and my uncle, my cousins, and
What is the last band you played with?
I guess the last band I played with would be the Cedar Knob Boys. That was me and my uncle, my dad, and my cousins. Yeah.
And are you disbanded for the time, or you just
Well,
take a layoff?
You know, when we get married and go on, everybody's got their own life, and it's
Yeah.
just my cousin. He works for the post office, and he works so late hours it's hard to get together. And then my other cousin works at the jail, and I'm on the road selling mules all the time, and it's just tough to get together and sing. But every time we get a chance to, we sure love to.
Yeah. You just telling me. I mean, you actually travel many states away to sell those.
Met my wife traveling selling mules.
Oh, really?
My wife, she's from Montana.
From Montana, bless her. I got to meet her up there. She's
Yeah.
probably listening right now, so it was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
She was eating and enjoying
We
lunch.
travel all over. We've had some stories. Now I can tell you stories probably till tonight or tomorrow. All the just stuff that's happened. But
Well, tell me a favorite story. Since
down in,
you mentioned, see, you got me curious.
well, this ain't really a favorite story, but it's a pretty wild one.
It's a wild one.
We was down in New Mexico and delivering a mule down there to Santa Rosa, New Mexico. And we got the mule all sold and everything was good. And me and my wife and one of my Amish friends that goes with us was loading mules up. Well, my wife went around to get a mule, and another mule just stepped sideways and knocked her flat down on the ground, stepped right on her head.
Ooh.
With a shoe on its foot, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, you talk about a scare. Luckily, we had some people there to help, and they called the ambulance and took her to the hospital down in Del Rio, or no, it wasn't Del Rio, I can't remember the name of the town, down in southern New Mexico. That's a place you don't want to be.
Yeah, that's a scary tale. I thought you was going to tell us something funny, but I'm going like.
Oh, we've had some stuff happen like that, and people getting hurt, and all kinds of tales.
Yeah.
Stuck on snowstorms out on a mountain somewhere. We travel a lot.
But you know how to handle that. So you do this winter and summer and spring and whenever.
All the time.
All the time.
We travel out west. Been to Washington, Oregon, California, all of it.
Well, we were talking about the mileage on our trucks, and I was thinking 129,000 on mine was a lot, but you wear them out sort of frequently, don't you?
Got a 2019 model with 240 on it.
A lot of traveling there.
That's what they're made for.
A good friend of ours, Jesse Goins, is tuned in here, and Jesse, you want to say hi to you? He's a car shower.
I see.
Yeah, and I want you to dedicate this next song. Charlie Hobbs, another car shower. We got Harold Taylor over at Broadhead that's tuned in here. And I see Ken King, he's an entertainer that's been with us on many occasions. Glenn Thompson up in Nashville, out in Nashville there. I was telling you about his son playing on
It was,
last night with Pure Prairie
Yep.
League. I have to say that sort of slow here. It splits out. What are you gonna do, Steve?
I'll do a song I learned from a good bluegrass singer and songwriter Ronnie Bowman called "The Lord Is My Light." The Lord leads me on the pathway to heaven, though sometimes I feel in this world all alone. Still He walks with me. I'm never forsaken. When this life is over, He'll lead me home. The Lord's my light, oh, He's my salvation. salvation. He's leading the way for life's stormy sea. Though the waters rage on, I know we can trust Him. For safe in His arms there forever I'll be. If you'll just have faith, I know He will lead you across the dark rivers that troubles your soul. His blood paid the price for our salvation, and His love will lead you wherever you go. The Lord is my light, oh, He's my salvation. He's leading the way for life's stormy sea. Though the waters rage on, I know I can trust Him. For safe in His arms there forever I'll be. For safe in His arms there forever I'll be.
So, Stephen, folks out there, a lot of church families, they have people regularly booked in as a part of their worship service, which I think adds to any good worship service.
Yes, sir.
And how would they contact you?
They can just call my cell phone at 606-303-5669.
Okay, I'll jot that down in case somebody calls me, and I also want to put it in my phone.
Or text, either one.
No, exactly. Actually, I like, in cases like this, I would just call you and say, hey.
Yeah, I like calling better myself.
Yeah, I just hate trying to pick on those little letters and numbers.
I know exactly how it is.
So, now, you said a song that I mentioned there a while ago, I'm Not Afraid. Do you do that song?
I can, yeah. Old Stanley Brothers song.
Yeah. Can you do that song?
Yeah, I can.
You can do that one for me.
All right, I'll do it.
Anybody else out there that is not afraid?
Not afraid to bid this world goodbye. Not afraid to close my eyes and die. For this courage I have prayed. In His arms I'm not afraid. When I cross that silent sea, and the home lights beckon me, I'll feel no pain, I'll feel no harm. Safe, secure in Jesus' arms. Not afraid to bid this world goodbye. Not afraid to close my eyes and die. For this courage I have prayed. In His arms I'm not afraid. When I cross that silent sea, and the home lights beckon me, I'll feel no pain, I'll fear no harm. Safe, secure in Jesus' arms. Not afraid to bid this world goodbye. Not afraid to close my eyes and die. For this courage free. In his arms, I'm not afraid. In his arms, I'm not afraid.
And amen to that.
Amen.
To that, for sure. Terry Brock, who attends church with me. Terry, we'll dedicate that song to you. And then Ronnie Lee, you said you knew Ronnie.
I'm pretty sure I do.
He's over in your
Casey County,
neck
yeah.
of the woods there.
If I don't know him, I know I've probably seen him. I know he know him for sure.
He's a commenter.
I see.
That'll get a response out of him. For sure. But you know, it's always good. Now in the bluegrass music, you just pretty much laid it down. Period.
Well, I do. So I get out and jam some with my friends. You know, we go.
Do you have a bluegrass song that you could stick in the show today?
I might be able to put something in there.
Oh.
Maybe a bluegrass gospel, maybe or something.
Okay.
I ain't sung so much bluegrass in so long. I don't really know much anymore. I might be able to wing something though.
Well, just
Take a commercial. Let me think about it.
Okay. Actually, that's just what I need to do. So you do that, and I'll do this.
How do you know if you have a drug abuse problem? Here are some
I don't know what I
signs
can
that
do
you may be
bluegrass
developing a
wise.
substance
Been a while.
abuse problem
Long
with
while.
alcohol, drugs, or both. Drugs and or alcohol become a way to relax or forget your problems. Withdrawal from and resentment towards family and friends, declining grades, spending a lot of time figuring out how to get drugs or alcohol, more money problems since you need it to buy drugs and alcohol, gradual withdrawal from activities you used to like and replacing them with drug or alcohol use, different sleeping habits or trouble falling asleep, feeling sick or shaky if you do not get alcohol or drugs, dramatic weight loss or gain, the need for an increasing amount of drugs or alcohol to feel the same effect. You are in charge of your life. You make choices every day. Make the right choices. Your life depends on it. This public service announcement is brought to you by your RCHS nightclub. We care about our students.
Visit WRVK on the internet at WRVK1460.com. All kinds of links to check out while you're browsing. Learn about the history of WRVK, its staff. There's a website about Pete Stamper and our broadcast schedule. Sign our guest book while you're there and find out how to contact us. Live streaming audio up and running 24/7 online. That's WRVK1460.com. Check it out today.
Marty, you got something in mind you want to do? And then we'll close it out with the gospel music. I'm sort of taking you out of your
Comfort zone. No, I'm just used to playing mandolin and singing tenor or baritone instead of doing guitar.
Oh, so you play the mandolin?
Yeah, mandolin.
I
Mostly.
love a mandolin.
Yeah. I'll do a good old Stanley Brothers tune though, called Ramblin' Letters. I don't want your rambling letters. Don't want your picture in a frame. All I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name? Mama said you'd come home soon. Papa warned me not to wait. Sister thinks that you still love me. Hurry home right away. I don't want your rambling letters. Don't want your picture in a frame. All I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name? I'm so tired of long distance kissing. Love my memories oh so close. I just want you in my arms years, dear. Then our love just can't grow old. I don't want your rambling letters, don't want your picture in a frame. All I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name? Won't you let me change your name?
Okay, very good.
Been a long time.
Been a long time. Well, and you keep on doing that gospel music there. That's I'm going to stick you on the list here and give it to Jeff, who sort of looks out after our special music there at our church. And if you folks would like to have Stephen to set something up for your church, 606-303-5669. If you got a mule, if you got a mule, you'll break it.
Or if they got a mule they want to sell, I might just buy it.
You might just buy it, yeah. So you buy mules too?
I'm always, every day.
Every day.
It's my favorite thing to do.
How many do you run?
Oh, we don't keep just a whole lot, 30, 25, 30.
30, gosh.
Now we sell a lot of draft horses too. That's draft horses and mules together. And then my wife's probably got 10 that's hers that's not for sale.
Really?
And she may
So
get a
she
few
loves
more.
them, huh?
She may get a few more, so
Wow, okay.
she loves them. She's got more of a...
Well, now, when you met her in Montana, was it at a...
Well, I actually didn't even meet her. I met a friend of hers.
You had a friend of hers.
I did.
And she introduced you.
Well, it was a he.
It was a he.
And me and him just started talking, and I said, man, I'd like to have me somebody to go with me and help me drive and do some riding and some training and just help me. And he said, I got a girl that'll work for you. And I said, well, give me your number or tell her to call me. Well, I went back home from Roundup, Montana, and sure enough, we hooked up on the phone there, started talking, and she said, well, you want me to come work for you? I'll move to Kentucky.
Wow.
So about a week later, she pulled in the driveway.
Wow. What a love story.
She was supposed to work for me.
Yeah.
Then a year later, we got married.
And you became, well, she did work for you for a while then. And
For about a month.
then love struck and and that was the end of that.
I think we already fell in love the first trip we made. But as soon as she got here from Montana, we left the next morning to go back to California.
Wow.
So that girl drove 24 hours straight through, slept a little bit, and got in the truck with me and headed back to California.
I love these. I hear some amazing stories on this show, and that's one of them there.
I told somebody they should write a book about that.
Yeah. Well, that's different. That's very, very different there. Not many people have met their loved ones that way, but that's different. All right, your last song of the program.
I'll do an old hymn here, one of my favorite old gospel hymns. There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. To our bountiful Father above, we will offer our tribute of praise for the glorious gift of His love and the blessings that hallow our day. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall meet on that beautiful shore.
Very good. I was even singing a little along with you there. Right? That's one of those old lamp ladders, isn't it? For sure.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Well, I may dedicate that to Ruth Setzer, who's listening in. She's been very ill lately, and Ruth, we're glad you're checking in with us here. And John Fox, who works on the Daniel Boone Trail.
I see.
Yeah. And
Can you ride horses on the Daniel Boone Trail?
have you ridden on it?
I've not, but it would be fun.
Yeah, well, do you ride a lot?
Not a lot anymore since my accident, but riding a wagon behind them.
Let the mules do the work, and you sit back there in that wagon.
That's right. I love wagon riding.
Yeah, that's a fun thing to do.
Oh yeah, it's great.
People come out of the big cities, they love to do things like that.
Put a stereo on the wagon and put in some bluegrass gospel and just ride down the road.
Boy, you're modernizing that wagon up there.
We've had them with speakers all over and Bluetooth and everything.
Oh goodness. Well, it's good. Thank you for driving all the way over from Casey County.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
And say hello to the Casey County cowbells for us over that way whenever you run into Frida or Ronnie
All
or
right. We're in Liberty quite a bit, so I actually just moved, sold my place in Dunville there and moved over to the other side of the county, so a little bit closer to Somerset now than Liberty. So.
And a couple folks wanted to send you a compliment here. I've enjoyed listening to singing and songs and the stories. And W.G. Jones, I have too. I love this part of the show. I mean, this is one of my favorite parts of the day on a Wednesday. And then Robert, and I don't know if I'm saying his name right. G-A-U, Robert Naw.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Robert, if you got a pronunciation guide, send it to me. But he said he really enjoyed your program here today. So anyway, somebody wanted to know if you knew Norman Vaught.
Very well.
Very well. Okay. There you go, Wayne. You got a very well out of that. Well, listen, I'm glad to know you very well, and we got to know each other before the show and, of course, during the show, and I learned a lot of things during the show. And one of these days, we'll be sure and invite you back,
Definitely.
and maybe you can get a family member or two, and you can play
I've thought about it today, but
you can play the mandolin, get somebody to play the guitar.
Bring my cousin and my uncle and my dad with me or something.
That would be fun.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we'll put you right in here and.
Sounds like a plan.
It is a plan.
Yep.
Right now it's time for the news here at WRVK. You've been listening to Country Charlie's Pickings here on WRVK. The news is brought to you by Rockcastle Regional.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Students in Kentucky were in Frankfort yesterday.